Welcome to Channel Frederator. In a world overrun by giant humanoid titans, one group of survivors fights for humanity. That's right, we're delving into the intense and captivating world of Attack on Titan, a series that's redefined the genre and captured fans around the globe. So hold on tight, because we're about to reveal 107 facts that you may not know about this riveting series. Let's dive right in.
Welcome to Channel Frederator, the cartoon central of the internet. Before we begin, we publish new videos every week, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video.
Number 1. Attack on Titan, also known as Shingeki no Kyojin, is based on the manga of the same name by Hajime Isayama. It was first published in September 2009 in Basatu Shonen magazine. Number 2. Isayama has stated that he was inspired to create the series after a frightening encounter with a drunk customer at a cafe where he worked. That must have been some rowdy customer. Hopefully they didn't eat anyone whole. Number 3. The anime adaptation, which began airing in April 2013, is produced by Wit Studio and later Mappa Studio. Wit Studio handled the first 3 seasons, and due to various circumstances, the final season's animation was taken over by Mappa. Number 4. The name Shingeki no Kyojin translates to Advancing Giants in English. The English title, Attack on Titan, however, has a more dynamic, action-oriented connotation. Number 5. In fact, the series title was almost Attack Titan instead of Attack on Titan. However, the series creator felt that the chosen title sounded more outlandish. Number 6. The iconic opening theme song, Guren no Yumiya, is performed by Linked Horizon. The song became an instant hit, reaching top spots on music charts and becoming a popular meme on social media. Number 7. Linked Horizon saw a significant surge in their popularity following the anime release. Number 8. The series sold over 8 million copies in 2014, a colossal achievement that resulted in it dethroning the long-standing champion, One Piece, for the top-selling Japanese manga title of the year. Number 9. Following the success of Attack on Titan, Isayama received a curious phone call from his bank. They were surprised by the sudden influx of funds in his account, leading them to suspect potential fraudulent activity. However, the increase was simply due to the popularity of the series. Number 10. Speaking of music, Hiroyuki Sawano composed the original score for Attack on Titan. After working on Mobile Gundam Suit Unicorn, Blue Exorcist, and Guilty Crown, Sawano became known for his epic, sweeping compositions. Number 11. The design of the Titans was heavily influenced by the artwork of artist Yuji Kishi, especially his work on the Bio Booster Armor Guyver manga series. Isayama wanted to capture the same eerie and grotesque quality of Kishi's giant creatures in his own work. Number 12. Main protagonist Eren Yeager's name carries significant meaning. Eren is a Turkish name meaning saint or holy person, while Yeager means hunter. Number 13. The layout of the human settlements within Attack on Titan, especially the concentric circular walls, were inspired by the design of the ideal city, a Renaissance concept of urban planning. If only they actually worked against the Titans. Number 14. Staying on the topic of the walled city, this design was also inspired by a town in Germany called Nordlingen. The town has well-preserved medieval walls with towers and covered parapet paths. Number 15. Isayama's world-building in Attack on Titan goes beyond story and characters. The writing system seen in the series is also unique. While it might appear like gibberish at first glance, fans discovered that it's actually a substitution cipher for the English alphabet. With a little decoding, various hidden messages and Easter eggs can be found throughout the series. Number 16. The omnidirectional maneuvering, or 3D maneuver gear, wasn't strictly a product of Isayama's imagination. It was inspired by an artist that he admired. This artist often depicted characters flying around with wires. Number 17. Isayama also stated that the idea for this equipment came from his experience as a tree arborist. I guess cutting down trees wasn't exciting enough. Number 18. In addition to the manga and anime, Attack on Titan has been adapted into numerous other forms of media. This includes light novels, video games, and even a live-action film or two. However, critical and fan reception to these adaptations has been mixed. Number 19. One of the more popular video games, Attack on Titan Wings of Freedom, was developed by Omega Force and released in 2016. The game allows players to experience the thrill of using the 3D maneuver gear and fighting against the Titans. Number 20. Attack on Titan's cultural impact knows no bounds. The series inspired and collaborated with a fashion company to put together a runway show featuring Attack on Titan characters and designs inspired by it. Number 21. There are plenty of parodies and spin-offs too, from the official yet non-canon spoof on Titan to fan-made content on all sorts of social media platforms. Number 22. There's also a comedic parody spin-off of the series called Attack on Titan Junior High. This reimagines the characters as junior high school students and faculty. Number 23. Attack on Titan No Regrets is another spin-off series of the original manga, although this one is a little more serious. This series provides a deeper background story for Levi, one of the most popular characters in the series. It gives fans a look into his life before he joined the Survey Corps. Number 24. In 2014, Subaru used the Titans in one of their Forester ads. In the commercial, the vehicle can be seen outmaneuvering a horde of Titans in a cityscape reminiscent of the series. Number 25. The OVA, or original video animation, episodes provide further backstory and context to the world of Attack on Titan. These episodes, while not part of the main series, are based on additional stories written by Isayama himself. Number 26. In 2013, Attack on Titan received a 2-part live-action movie adaptation directed by Shinji Higuchi. The films were met with mixed reactions, mainly due to changes made from the original story. Number 27. The Armored Titan was designed based on pro wrestler Brock Lesnar. Can you see the resemblance? Number 28. The series is not without its own share of controversies. Some critics and viewers have interpreted certain elements of the story as containing war crime denialism and nationalist sentiments, a claim that Isayama and the anime's production team have denied. Number 29. Isayama has been very involved in the anime adaptation process. He's known to have given detailed notes to the production team and even requested certain changes to improve upon the manga. Number 30. Despite the series' bleak and brutal themes, Isayama has stated that he doesn't see it as pessimistic, but rather as a story about people who keep moving forward even in the face of great adversity. Number 31. Hajime Isayama announced in 2020 that the manga series was entering its final arc. Fans were in anticipation, and indeed the manga concluded in April 2021, bringing an end to the epic tale after 11.5 years. Number 32. Fans didn't have to wait too long to see the animated version of the final chapters though, as the final season of the anime aired in late 2020. Number 33. Well, the final season technically aired then. As we now know, the final season has been split up into multiple parts. If you ask me, they could have probably just called each part a new season, but what do I know? Number 34. Levi Ackerman, one of the most popular characters in the series, was originally intended to be much more foul-mouthed. However, Isayama toned down his language to make him more likable and approachable. Now he's known for his quiet, serious demeanor and undeniable prowess in battle. Number 35. Levi suffers from insomnia and averages something like 2 to 3 hours of sleep per night. Imagine how strong he could be if he actually slept a healthy amount. Number 36. Levi is also a tea lover. He's an enthusiast who enjoys collecting tea leaves and has a particular fondness for black tea. Isayama even mentioned that Levi once contemplated opening his own tea shop. Number 37. Levi's design and personality were also influenced by Rorschach from the graphic novel Watchmen. The characters share an uncompromising commitment to their idea of justice, among other characteristics. I wonder if Levi's ever eaten cold beans out the can. Number 38. The Colossal Titan, known for its distinct skinless appearance and immense size, stands at an impressive 60 meters tall. This makes it one of the largest Titans in the series. Number 39. The identities of the Titans have major plot implications throughout the series. The shocking reveal that main characters Reiner Braun and Bertolt Hoover were in fact armored and colossal Titans was a dramatic twist that not only stunned viewers but also significantly impacted the course of the narrative. Number 40. The idea of humans transforming into Titans isn't just a horror element in the series, but it also serves as a metaphor for the fear of the other. Number 41. Isayama has mentioned that he wanted to explore themes of prejudice, fear, and misunderstanding in society, all of which are reflected in how humans and Titans interact. Number 42. Isayama has stated that he drew inspiration from Muv-Luv Alternative, a visual novel game, for the design and concept of Titans. The game features large, nasty-looking alien creatures, and you can probably see the similarities. Number 43. In terms of design, the Titans were also inspired by the Jotun, giant creatures from Norse mythology. The Titans, much like the Jotun, represent chaotic and destructive forces that the human characters must contend with. Number 44. Before settling on the final design for the Titans, Hajime Isayama went through several drafts. Some of the rejected designs were even more grotesque than the final versions. Number 45. Attack on Titan doesn't shy away from showcasing the brutal reality of war. Many characters, including fan favorites, meet tragic ends. Which character death hit you the hardest? Let us know down in the comments. Number 46. In fact, Isayama mentioned in interviews that he was heavily inspired by Game of Thrones while writing Attack on Titan. He appreciated the series' unpredictability and how it had no character shield, which is a philosophy he embraced in his own series. Number 47. Falco Grice's character was based on Breaking Bad's Jesse Pinkman, portrayed by Aaron Paul. Number 48. Isayama has also made a point of including characters from his favorite shows, like Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones, as Titans in the manga. See how many you can spot in the background during your next read-through. Number 49. Throughout its run, the anime has seen a number of directors at the helm. Tetsuro Araki directed the first season and then moved on into a supervising role for the subsequent seasons, which were directed by Masashi Koizuka. For the final season, the series saw a shift in production to Mappa Studio, with Yuichiro Hayashi serving as the director. Number 50. Attack on Titan's popularity led to a collaboration with Universal Studios in Japan. In 2015, the theme park had a limited-time attraction where visitors could experience what it would be like in the world of Attack on Titan, complete with life-size Titans and a replica of the Survey Corps' headquarters. Number 51. Yuki Kaji, the voice of Eren Yeager, also plays the part of Shoro Todoroki in My Hero Academia. Number 52. In 2013, Kaji's performance as Eren won him the Best Male Actor award at the 7th Seiyu Awards. Number 53. Marina Inui, who voices Armin Arlert, initially auditioned for the role of Eren. However, the casting team was so impressed by her range and ability to portray Armin's gentle nature and intellectual prowess that she was given this role instead. Number 54. In 2015, Inoue received the Best Supporting Actress award at the 9th Seiyu Awards. Number 55. Yui Ishikawa, the voice actor for Mikasa Ackerman, also voiced Violet Evergarden, China Kosaka in Gundam Build Fighters, and 2B in the video game Nier Automata. Number 56. Eren's voice actor, Yuki Kaji, was overwhelmed with emotion while reading the script for the final season. The revelations brought him to tears. Number 57. Hiroshi Kamiya, the voice of Levi Ackerman, is also a respected figure in the industry. Fans particularly love his portrayal of Levi's cool, composed demeanor, which contrasts with the passionate intensity he brings to the character's action scenes. Number 58. The series is notorious for its complex storyline and plethora of characters, making it a rich tapestry for fan theories. One such theory, that the Titans were originally human, turned out to be true. That's some good world building right there. Number 59. Attack on Titan's aesthetics are heavily influenced by German and Nordic architecture, along with elements of early 20th century military imagery. This gives the series a distinct look and atmosphere, especially when compared to other popular series. Number 60. For Eren's Titan form, Isayama drew inspiration from Yushin Okami, a renowned Japanese mixed martial artist. Isayama felt that Okami's physique, particularly as a middleweight fighter, was the perfect model for Eren's Titan form. Number 61. The characters in Attack on Titan often have to make difficult moral choices, with many of them straddling the line between hero and villain. This moral ambiguity contributes to the depth of the characters and makes for a more engaging viewing experience. Number 62. It's not all doom and gloom and difficult moral choices though. Isayama has included some moments of levity and humor, often in the form of chibi-style representations of the characters. Number 63. The salute of the Scout Regiment stands out as an iconic part of the series. This salute, which involves a fist over the heart, symbolizes the Scouts' dedication to reclaiming their world from the Titans. Number 64. The salute has even become synonymous with the series itself. Imagine a cosplayer doing a photo set without doing the salute. It just isn't done. Number 65. Attack on Titan got popular enough to receive a shout-out from an American animation institution, The Simpsons. In Treehouse of Horror 25, you can see a version of Lisa Simpson dressed up as Mikasa, with the rest of the Simpson family paying homage to other popular anime. Number 66. An intriguing detail is hidden in the opening sequence of the anime's 3rd season. Among the quick flashes of images, there's a shot of a seashell, which is a significant symbol in the series and represents Eren's dream of seeing the ocean. Number 67. Hajime Isayama's personal experiences played a significant role in shaping the narrative of Attack on Titan. Growing up in a village surrounded by mountains, Isayama always wondered what lay beyond them. This curiosity and desire for exploration are reflected in Eren Yeager's longing to venture outside the walls of his city. Number 68. In 2020, a life-size statue of Eren, Mikasa, and Armin facing the colossal titan was erected in Isayama's hometown, Hida City, Oita Prefecture. Number 69. In an interview, Isayama revealed that he initially planned to kill off Sasha in Volume 9 of the manga. However, he changed his mind after his editor at the time reportedly cried while reading the draft. Number 70. The production of Attack on Titan involves numerous storyboard artists who plan out each scene before it's animated. For instance, the epic showdown between Eren and the Armored Titan in Season 2 was storyboarded by artist Yasushi Moroya. Number 71. The concept of Attack on Titan originally started as a one-shot manga in 2006 called Attack on Titan Volume 0. While the overall concept remained, the characters and their designs were vastly different than the ones we know today. Number 72. An interesting Easter egg can be found in episode 25 of the first season. During the post-credit scene, there's a brief moment when a part of the wall crumbles away, revealing the face of a Titan. This was the first hint at the colossal secret the walls held, a plot point that becomes pivotal later in the series. Number 73. Isayama revealed in an interview that he named the characters Rainer and Berthold after the German football players Rainer Kallmund and Berthold Breitner. Number 74. Although the manga and anime follow the same general storyline, there are noticeable differences between the two. For instance, in the manga, Eren's mother's death occurs in Chapter 2, while in the anime, it happens in the very first episode. Number 75. Early on, while training with his ODM gear, Eren falls and injures his head. Observant viewers might spot steam rising from this injury, a subtle cue foreshadowing Eren's identity as a Titan shifter who are known to produce steam. Number 76. Isayama's favorite character is reportedly John Kirstein. The author has often mentioned in interviews that he finds John's character development to be one of the most satisfying to write, appreciating his realistic reactions and growth. Number 77. John was originally supposed to have a buzz cut, but Isayama eventually decided on a longer hairstyle because it was easier to draw. Number 78. An intriguing detail in the series is the use of flowers in several pivotal scenes, such as when a Titan shifts or during Eren's dream sequences. Fans speculate that these might symbolize birth or new beginnings. Number 79. The character of Dot Pixis is based on a real-life figure, General Akiyama Yoshifuru of the Imperial Japanese Army. Number 80. Isayama often used real people as references when designing Titans. Number 81. Isayama's unique drawing style evolved significantly over the course of the manga series. Early criticisms of his work included comments about the awkward character designs. However, Isayama continuously improved his technique, and his later work showcases a more polished and refined style. Number 82. Levi's fighting style is called rotation. It involves spinning in the air while slashing at Titans. This method was conceived by Isayama as a way for the human fighters to counter the Titan's size advantage and reach their vulnerable points. Number 83. Armin Arlert's character design was significantly influenced by Krista Ren's, or Historia Reese, with Isayama admitting that he essentially gave Armin the same face as Krista. Number 84. Several characters in Attack on Titan, including Eren and Armin, share their names with characters from Hirohiko Araki's Bao. Isayama has cited Araki's work as one of his influences. Number 85. Hajime Isayama has a self-admitted tendency to forget to draw important parts of characters' outfits. This has led to humorous corrections in later issues of the manga, such as the time he forgot to draw Levi's cravat. Number 86. Isayama was only 23 years old when the first chapter of AOT was published. Number 87. The three main characters, Eren, Mikasa, and Armin, are based on Isayama himself. Each represents different facets of his own personality. Eren embodies his impulsive side, Armin his more contemplative nature, and Mikasa his protective instincts. Number 88. Mikasa Ackerman is said to be worth 1,000 soldiers. This statement is a reference to the legendary Japanese female warrior Tomoe Gozen, known for her bravery and skill in battle. Number 89. In terms of global popularity, Attack on Titan was the most in-demand TV show across all platforms in the US in August 2020, outpacing even the likes of Game of Thrones and The Mandalorian. This was the first time an anime series had ever achieved such a feat. Number 90. The Attack on Titan manga was rejected by Weekly Shonen Jump before being picked up by the monthly Besatu Shonen magazine. Number 91. Armin's voice actor, Marina Inui, also plays the part of Attack on Titan's narrator. Number 92. The sheer scale of the colossal titan has always been a technical challenge for the animators to portray accurately. Number 93. The Titan's hardening ability was also difficult to portray on screen, with animators blending the hardening effect with the fluid movements of the Titans. Number 94. Many of the place names and surnames of characters in Attack on Titan are of German origin. The opening theme songs also incorporate German lyrics. Number 95. The ODM gear was also a pain to animate, as it involved complex movements and physics. The animators reportedly studied the movement of Spider-Man as a reference. Just your friendly neighborhood Titan killer. Number 96. Speaking of Marvel, there's a crossover comic titled Attack on Avengers. Hajime Isayama penned an 8-page adventure illustrating what happens when Titans invade the Marvel Universe, with artwork by Gerardo Sandoval. Number 97. Attack on Titan has inspired a wealth of merchandise, including clothing, accessories, and even themed food and drinks. In 2015, a themed pop-up cafe opened in Tokyo serving meals inspired by the series. Number 98. In 2014, Attack on Titan characters were featured in a series of hygiene products in Japan. These included items like toothpaste, mouthwash, and hand sanitizer. I wonder if these had an impact on the overall health of fans. Number 99. Speaking of merch, there were multiple Attack on Titan perfumes released to promote the show. Each scent is supposed to represent a character's personality, like a fresh, clean scent for Levi and a sweet vanilla for Armin. Number 100. In the animated series, Hanji Zoe is voiced by a woman, but in the manga, the character's gender is intentionally left ambiguous. Isayama felt that Hanji's gender was irrelevant to the story and chose to let readers form their own opinions. Number 101. The manga series was not yet finished when the anime started. The anime creators had to work closely with Isayama to make sure the storyline stayed consistent. This often led to Isayama revealing key plot points to the anime team ahead of their publication in the manga. Number 102. While the Titans in Attack on Titan are depicted as completely naked in both the anime and manga versions, they aren't sexualized because they lack sexual organs. Number 103. The Malaysian version of the manga has a unique adaptation in response to censorship laws. The Titans are illustrated wearing pants. Number 104. Levi's age remains a mystery within the series. While he appears to be in his mid-20s, Isayama has hinted that Levi is significantly older, specifically stating that he's over 30. However, the exact age is intentionally kept undisclosed. Number 105. Levi's actual position in the Survey Corps is not an official one. His unique duties and place in the military chain of command reflect his exceptional abilities and status within the group. Number 106. Eren chose to remain single due to the uncertainty of his lifespan. Number 107. Levi is known for his efficient and quick showers, often completing them in just 3 minutes. After all that, it feels like we've survived our own expedition beyond the walls. We've roamed the bleak yet compelling landscape of Attack on Titan, from manga sketches to an epic anime series. Thanks for journeying with us. Don't forget, no matter how big the Titan, never stop fighting. And until next time, remember, Frederator loves you.
Did you enjoy our video? What facts do you think we missed? Let us know in the comments down below. And while you're there, like and subscribe to see more great videos every week. And remember, Frederator loves you.